all your many blessings. Father, we just thank you for pouring your blessings down on this great city each and every day. Father, as we sit up here tonight and make decisions, I just pray for wisdom and understanding. Father, we just thank you for all your power and your mercy and your grace. Father, we thank you for your son Jesus and his sacrifice on the cross. In the mighty name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Lighty, if you would call the roll, please.
All right, Councilmember Hendricks. Here. Councilmember Dixon. Absent. Councilmember Bowling.
Here.
Councilmember Spence.
Here.
Councilmember King.
Here.
Council President Simmons.
Here.
Madam President, we have 5 council members in attendance, and therefore a quorum is present.
Thank you. On the agenda, we have added in the work session items 12D. It will be appointment of a city clerk, and on the regular agenda also is 12E, the city appointment of a treasurer to the city. These were added at the work session. At this time, we can get enough approval for the agenda as amended.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Mr. Hendricks, second by Mr. Bowling. All in favor of the motion.
5-0, motion carries.
Thank you. At this time, we'll have message from Mayor Tyler.
Thank you, Ms. Simmons. Have one proclamation tonight. Is anyone from Adult Protective Services from DHR here? Will you please come forward and accept this? Of course you are. I recognize you now. I'm sorry. So I want to present this proclamation, and I'll summarize it that as mayor of the city of Florence, I'm declaring June 15th to be Elder Abuse Awareness Day. So the Alabama Department of Human Resources receives approximately 12,944 reports of abuse, neglect, and exploitation of the elderly each year, particularly last year. Older citizens with disabilities are often the targets for such maltreatment, and it's an ever-increasing problem in today's society. World Elder Abuse Awareness Day is scheduled for June 15th, 2026, and it offers all Alabamians the opportunity to promote the programs and organizations such as the Alabama Department of Human Resources that serve our elders and their families and participate in community efforts to improve elderly safety and well-being. And I would like to present this proclamation to you and offer you the opportunity to say a few words. Thank you so much.
Thank you. My name is Tara Smith, and I supervise the Adult Service Unit at Lauderdale County DHR. I'd like to welcome the community to our event this year. It is going to be hosted at Veterans Park, and it's hosted by DHR. We welcome providers, just members of the community to come and participate. We're going to have games and vendors and free food. So we're offering food to the public. That is from 5:30 until 7:30 p.m. Again, we invite everyone to Veterans Park June 15th at 5:30. We're just bringing awareness throughout the month, and of course, all the time we want to come out. If we ever have an opportunity to come speak or be present somewhere where we can talk about exploitation, abuse, and neglect, because this does not only affect just the elder population, this affects all ages of adults. And we work with ages 18 up. So we encourage you, if you have someone that you know that is being abused or neglected, exploited, please call and make a report. You can call 256-765-4000 and make a report to us about that. But thank you again for the opportunity to speak, and thank you. Thank you.
Present this. How do I, tell me how you want me to do it.
I was looking at it. Oh, sorry. Okay, thank you.
Coming for a proclamation. Very much.
Thank you.
Ms. Simmons, a couple of other items, and I'll be as brief as I possibly can. I want to draw everyone's attention to the Times Daily article today. If you didn't see that, about the economic impact of tourism, the local tourism dollars are up 9.5% this year, or 2025 compared to 2024. The article goes on and talks about how in Lauderdale County, tourism-related expenditures in 2021 were $281 million, and in 2025, it was $368 million. So there was a growth of tourism dollars here in Lauderdale County of 9.5% year over year. I think that's exciting, shows that there's a lot going on in our area. Rob Carnegie pointed out that the 9.5% growth in tourism occurred without any additional hotel spaces in 2025. So great news for our local area and economy, means we have some fantastic things that are going on. Next, there has been a vacancy on the Florence Housing Authority. That is a mayoral appointment. When I received the applications for that, I passed those applications on to the Florence Housing Authority Board. They conducted interviews, and that group came back with a recommendation, and I certainly support that. And I would like to nominate Miss Sarita Thompson to a 5-year term on the Florence Housing Authority Board. Bob, I guess I give you this particular certificate. Is that how that works? Am I doing that the right way? So I'm pass that on for the record as well. And I also want to pass, I have a packet of information for you. I have one for Elise, obviously she's not there. If you don't mind, Bob, I'll have a copy for you as well. I want to submit a proposal to you all regarding our paving program. And this is some information. We're kind of at the early stages of that, but it is time for us to begin moving forward with the purchase of some equipment. And I'm looking for really an informal go ahead from the council. Not tonight. I want you to review the information that I have provided. And essentially, what the outline of this information is that without a single additional dollar, so we're using our current level of funding, which is about $3.8 million per year. Using $3.8 million, historically, we've been able to work with a contractor and get roughly 8 to 10 miles of paving done. We are convinced that particularly when we get a crew hired, we want to hire our own paving crew, purchase our own equipment. And when we get that crew hired, trained, and capable with the equipment, experienced with the equipment, we believe that they're going to be able to pave 25 miles of roadway per year or more. Same dollars, no new dollars, no additional dollars here. Currently, the breakdown of the $3.8 million is we have $2.5 million from the general fund that goes towards our paving program, and about $1.3 million and change that comes in from the gas tax revenue. Gas tax revenue is very restricted and limited. We did find out that when our paving crew is hired and they are working on paving roads, we can actually use gas tax revenue dollars to pay those salaries. What this will mean is the initial capital outlay, we are looking at almost $3 million, $2,985,000 to purchase the commercial grade equipment. And there's a list of it there at the bottom of the first and top of the second page that will be necessary for us. We also feel like in working with the street department engineering, if we were to hire our own crew, that and we still have to go through identifying developing job descriptions, but we have utilized job descriptions from other communities that are doing this. A fully staffed crew, we think, is going to be about $895,000 or so for salaries and benefits a year. When they're working on paving, we can use some of the gas tax revenue to cover that. When it's inclement weather or too cold, there'll be general fund employees assigned to street department, and they'll be able to perform other functions. So we will need to hire them. There is going to be a cost to those 12 or 13 employees. Hopefully we can get a good crew hired and want to keep them and maintain those. But you have, on the page 2 there, you see a breakdown, a side-by-side comparison. The budget, annual appropriation will not change. Using a contractor model, we're looking at 8 to 10 miles paved a year. If we go to a city control program, we're in excess of 25 miles per year, once we get the crew up and get them trained. There is an initial startup cost with us purchasing our equipment. And then after that, once we have the equipment, outside of routine maintenance, we're looking at $895,000 a year in salaries and benefits that can be reimbursed through the gas tax funds. We feel like we'll be able to accomplish more, pave more roads. We will have more control over it. We will not be subject to contractor schedules. We won't have to worry about bid cycles, external job pullaways. We will be able to dispatch our crew with 0 contract wait times, and we can prioritize the road paving here locally. So there's some information there for you. I want you all to review it. We'll have some more conversations, but I'll be ready when the council is ready for us to purchase this. And again, no new dollars. It's just transferring control from the contractor to us, and we'll be able to pave substantially more roadways without delay and be able to use them throughout the year. So it's this is a good comparison. I want to present that to you all to review. Hopefully you get a chance to come up with some questions. We can have further discussion down the road, but we'll be ready to begin making those purchases. When you purchase a large milling machine like that, there is going to be a several month lag time in getting those. There's a company in Germany that makes them. So as soon as we can move forward with that, we want to get that in place and try to get the job descriptions written, hire a crew and get them employed and get them put to work so we can have a robust, long-term, systematic, sustainable paving program where we can get ahead of the paving issues that we're having. So that's information for your review there. Bob, I'll give you a copy of the letter for the minutes as well. With that said, I made a few comments about City Hall during the work session. It's this resolution tonight is the first step. There was no need for us to work with an architect or do a needs assessment of what it would look like. There was not a need for us to do an evaluation of space requirements or anything until we had this resolution. This really is the jumping off point where we'll be able to begin doing a full, thorough assessment of what our needs are. And it talked about, our new needs going forward compared to what the original plan was is going to be substantially different. And we'll be able to put in a city hall that will have, there's going to be some displacement of employees with EMAs moving away. A good example is, gas departments moved away. So we won't need as many who were there. And we'll be able to build a city hall that we're proud of, that meets our needs, that is focused on the future, may not build for the future today, but is at least prepared and designed for future growth and anticipates that. And it's historic low rates, and we've waited, we're 5.5, almost 6 years now, and we will have to pay the arbitrage back in September, but it's just time for us to act and would ask for your consideration for that as well. Ms. Simmons, that's all I have.
May I ask a question, Ms. Simmons? On the paving, I remember last year, AlDOT, when they hit Cox Creek, kind of, absorbed all the contractors, and a lot of our roads that we wanted to have contracted didn't get done. And I'm just asking for a yes or a no, not an amount, but are there some monies escrowed from some of that could go toward the equipment purchase?
There is a little bit left over from last year. The funds did not carry over. There is a source of funding, perhaps interest from the general obligation bond that money was designated for Parks and Rec. There's some interest from that, and I think the interest amount, and once we get a treasurer and accountant in there, we'll be able to review all this. That interest amount may be the amount that'll cover this. So just interest funds on the general obligation has nothing to do with the City Hall warrant. General obligation may be sufficient to cover the initial outlay.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you, Mayor Tyler. At this time, do we have any reports from any department heads? Any standing committees?
Yes, I have the Utilities Committee meeting,
Okay.
which took place on the 20th of May at 4:04. In attendance was Mr. Cole, Tad Cole, Mr. Will Haddock, Mr. Mark Lovejoy, Mr. Heath Johnson, Councilmember Simmons, Councilmember King, Councilmember Bowling, and Rebecca Patton Harper. The budgets that we discussed, which were the water budget, were pretty standard. The gas department is asking for one helper to move up, is a gas apprentice position. The apprentice is the same as a helper for the first year only, then it increases, which would be on the next physical budget year. Water and wastewater are asking for a third service technician position. This position was in the original budget before the water increase. They began the budget process in January. We are currently serving about 27,000 customers with 2 men and 2 service trucks, running 70 to 80 calls a day. Adding a third position would lighten that workload. For the rate study required for PFAS, we are looking to use Jackson Thornton, and it will cost about $50,000. Hopefully, it will come back cheaper than anticipated. This firm has an office located in Alabama and has been recommended. I asked if there was a possibility to have another company that could do it for a lower amount. Mr. Cole said he felt that other companies do not have the same service and response as Jackson Thornton. The study will take 90 days. The budget goes into effect July the 1st, and Mr. Cole would like to start the process for the study as soon as it gets approved. Some equipment is budgeted just in case of an emergency. The budgets were cut, $1 million from gas and $1.6 million from water before coming to the committee. Everything has escalated in price, so there is a lot of cost in operating. When either department purchases a truck, they roll an old one off and often try to sell it online or sell it to another city department at a discounted price. It is rare that everything in the budget is purchased. The committee had questions about the camera van that's in the water department budget. The van has been in the budget for probably about 8 years. They just have not purchased it. This van is used for almost every sewer call to inspect the city's main and look into the customer's lateral tap location to see what might be causing the issue. It is a critical piece of equipment and is a 1999 model. If they purchase everything in the budget, which water is predicted to have more money to put in reserves, nothing was added to the budget after the rate increase. Everything must go before the council for approval before purchased. We motioned and brought the budget to the council meeting tonight, and we adjourned at 5:07.
Thank you, Ms. King. Public hearings, Ms. Bailey?
Good evening. Tonight, we do have a public hearing for the rezoning of 1.81 acres at the southeast corner of Mall Road and Huff Road from RB Residential Business to B1 with a conditional overlay, and that's neighborhood business. This comes to you all with a unanimous recommendation from the Planning Commission, and it does conform to the city's comprehensive plan. I'd be glad to take any questions from the council at this time.
Is there going to be something built there?
Yes, there is.
Can
And
you
it
tell
would,
us?
it will be commercial in nature.
Council, y'all have any questions? Any additional? Okay.
Okay. This time, I recommend that we open the floor for comments by the public hearing.
Okay, thank you very much. At this time, if you would like to speak for or against the project, you may do so. We'll start with my right. In the middle? To my left. Ms. Bailey, there be none.
Hearing none, I recommend that we close the public hearing. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, we'll have business from the floor pertaining to any of the items on the consent and the regular agenda with a 5-minute time limit. You may come to the podium, state your name and your address. We'll start to my left. In the middle?
Alan Moore, 1648 Hermitage Drive. Thank you all for your service. Thank you for bearing the weight of ridicule most days rather than praise from your constituents. It's not an easy job, I get it. In the past 6 months, you've had some really weighty decisions to make. You stepped in under the weight of a $90 million budget that you didn't author, but you approved it. You passed a water department rate increase because the weight of our city's roads wouldn't allow the infrastructure to work as it should. You'd like to do more. We heard about that tonight on fixing the potholes, changing how the weight of our cars roll around on the city streets. And most troubling yet to come, you will address the weight of which 3 seats may be silenced under SB 93. For all of those weighty issues that you've had, and the one weighty issue we know is going to come, this one is a slam dunk. This one is not a weighty issue. This issue about the city hall should wait, and we should not hope that Chief Mayor has it right. It should wait. We didn't elect you to govern on hope, because hope is no strategy for success. You passed the water increase hoping it would be enough, yet the manager will receive the money, the manager who had hoped he would be heard by the city council before things got out of hand. You hope that the animals in the shelter will be taken care of, even though there's no insulation in the shelter. You hope that the construction will begin soon on the hard rock. You hope that CETA will get out there and press flesh and bring the jobs back because you've outsourced that to CETA. You hope our employees have the capacity to manage. You hope that you can build the city hall for $40 million when not all of the details are sorted. You hope that the PFAS is going to be remediated without the need for another rate increase. You hope that your seat's not one of the ones that'll be silenced under SB 93. In your own businesses, you challenge uncertainty every day. Chapel, if you take a clinical reading, you don't hope that it's accurate, you make sure it's accurate. Jackie, when you rent a tent to somebody for 300 people at a wedding party, you make sure that tent is going to withstand the wind and the rain. You don't hope it's going to. Josh, when you put a roof on a commercial building, you don't hope the sides are high enough up, you make sure that they are. And that's what I'm asking you to do tonight, is don't leave the certainty that you travel with in your professional lives down here. Make sure that they come with you up there. I'm also asking you to be creative, not just by building a smaller facility. Kudos in recognizing what's really important. But I'm asking you to look at the 439 pieces of property the city owns today and discover, is there an opportunity for us to build 7 departments on any of these 439 pieces of real estate? Or could we put a public floor in the new building where you could rent commercial space? There's a precedence between UNA and the hospital. They did it on College Street. Could we co-op with UNA so that maybe Keller gets a floor and UNA rents part of the space from us to help offset the cost? Could we have an Anderson News Company floor and have them sponsor a floor? Could we get Katie to move into the city hall and bring some of those federal funds in to offset the cost? Let's get creative. Could we ask John Van Zant to move some of Keystone into the building and operate an executive suite? Could we bring part of the Shoals Entrepreneurial Center in with the city? Let's investigate other ways to bear the weight of the cost. We only need space for 7 departments. At that number, it's $6 million per department. I'm not opposed to the city hall. I'm not. But because we don't have the information to make an informed decision tonight, and you haven't investigated other creative means of funding, I hope your decision on the mayor's proposal will be to wait. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else in the middle? Okay, to my right. Okay, Mr. Leidy, to read the consent agenda.
All matters listed within the consent agenda have been distributed to each member of the Florence City Council for reading and study, are considered to be routine, and will be enacted by one motion of the council with no separate discussion. If separate discussion is desired, That item may be removed from the consent agenda and placed on the regular agenda by request.
Thank you. Do I hear a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. King, second by Mr. Bowling. All in favor of the motion?
5-0, motion carries.
We go with the regular agenda.
Item A on the regular agenda, ordinance to approve the rezoning of 1.81 plus or minus acres at the southeast corner of Mall Road and Huff Road, sponsored by Melissa Bailey.
Do you hear a motion for immediate consideration?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Spence, second by Mr. Bowling. All in favor of the motion?
5-0.
Do you hear a motion for the adoption?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bowling, second by Mr. Hendricks. Any discussion? All in favor?
I'd just like to say congratulations if this passes. I know you've worked on this a really long time. So
Thank you. Any more discussion? All in favor of the motion?
5-0, motion carries. Item B is a resolution to approve the fiscal year 2027 gas and water budgets to begin July 1st, 2026, sponsored by Mayor Tyler, Mark Lovejoy, and Tad Cole.
Do you hear a motion for immediate consideration?
to move.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Hendricks, second by Ms. King. All in favor of the motion?
5-0.
Do you hear a motion for the adoption?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bowling, second by Mr. Spence. Any discussion? By way of discussion, I just want to always remind the people, there is a budget and we are moving forward with this, but there are certain items in the budget that would have to come to the council by resolution. So it's, again, more like it's a wish list. Things would have to come, especially large ticketed items would have to come by the council for a resolution for a full vote. Any additional discussion? All in favor of the motion?
5-0, motion carries. Item C is a resolution expressing the city's intent to move forward with the new city hall project pursuant to certain parameters set forth in the resolution, sponsored by Mayor Tyler.
Do you hear a motion for immediate consideration?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Hendricks, second by Mr. Bowling. All in favor of the motion?
5-0.
Do you hear a motion for the adoption?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Bowling, second by Ms. King. Any discussion?
Yes, I want to say something, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Since coming on the council, I knew that this would be coming up very soon. And I have spent months looking into this. I have attended most city council meetings for years where this has been discussed, the architects, even the bond. And looking throughout our city, looking at other opportunities and other ways that we could do this besides having to build something, it is very hard to find something to accommodate the staff, us, and even you guys. And I feel that we are in a place now that this is something we have got to proceed with. As most of you sitting here tonight, you notice that it's stuffy. Every day we have some kind of issue that it seems, or even weekly with this building. It is time for us to move forward and be progressive and get this done. I know there's a whole lot of things that a lot of people think that we can do, but we have looked at those. We have taken the time. This has been something that we have known about coming into this. And I know that time has been spent on this. And I wished that, and I hope that people will understand in time we are trying to do the best thing that we can do for this city.
Thank you. Any additional discussion? Yep. All in favor of the motion?
5-0, motion carries. Item D was added at the work session, and that is to appoint a new city clerk. So do you-
And at this time, we will take a nomination for city clerk.
I would like to nominate Ricky Williams.
Do I have a second?
We don't need a second.
Put it in a second, okay. That's right there.
I thought that was only for the resolution that,
This is a resolution.
oh, it is? Okay, thank you.
I second.
It's been motioned by Mr. Hendricks, second by Mr. Bowling. All in favor of the nomination?
5 votes for, none against. Mr. Williams is the new city clerk. Well,
You gotta wait for you, you gotta finish this meeting.
yeah, let me finish the meeting, okay. All right, that. After that vote, I'll probably be able to make it now, so. And item 12E is the election or appointing of a city treasurer. So,
Okay.
same process.
Do you hear a motion for an appointee of the city treasurer?
So moved.
Second.
No, nominate a person.
Oh, yeah, we sure do.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Call for nomination for city treasurer. What you want to do? What's her name?
Hope I get the name correct. But it's Laura Morgan.
Laura Morgan.
Yeah. I know we interviewed, it's been several months that we interviewed these folks, so yeah, very qualified. So we need this is a resolution as well, so I'll need a second.
Second.
Okay, it's been motioned by Mr. Hendricks, second by Mr. Bowling to appoint Miss Laura Morgan as the city of Florence treasurer. All in favor of the motion?
5-0, motion carries. That's all I have, Madam President.
Thank you. On the general business, we had some upcoming board vacancies and reappointments for the building, property, and maintenance. We did appoint Miss Moyer. Is it? Moyers. Ms. Moyers got appointed to the Building and Property Maintenance Board of Appeals, and she's one of the alternates. Also on the Tree Commission, Ms. Lisa Watley was appointed to the Tree Commission on tonight. And on the Board of Zoning and Adjustments, we will look at that one on next weekend. So we still have one more alternate for the Building and Property Board, and then also one more on the Tree Commission, and then the 2 for the zoning. Okay, that's all we have on the general business. At this time, we'll have business from the public with a 5-minute time limit, and we will start to my right. Come to the podium, state your name and address, please. You can go next, sir, after.
Katie Palmer, 1630 Decatur Avenue. Florence opted not to maintain or renovate its 70-plus-year-old city hall because doing so proved cost prohibitive compared to building a new facility. It is said that the aging current city hall building suffers from severe structural and environmental issues, including mold, roof leaks, and asbestos, and bringing it up to current building codes would be incredibly expensive. The following should have been done as soon as any issues were noticed years ago. The asbestos could have been repaired, encapsulated, or fully removed. Professional removal and cleanup of mold, remediation to ensure that the root cause, like leaks or poor ventilation, is resolved. Professional roof repair accurately to locate the source of the leaks and provide durable repairs to prevent further water damage. General contractors and foundation repair specialists to execute the specific repairs prescribed by a structural engineer, such as installing piers, stabilizing walls or replacing structural lumber. Furthermore, the facade of the City Hall is a disgrace to the city, its residents, and visitors. Suggestions: pressure wash the windows, the concrete sidewalk, and the building facade. New entranceway doors with matching sconces, add an outdoor doormat, and add a handicap automatic door. Display of the U.S. flag, city flag, and state flags over the front entryway. Frame the front entrance doorway by adding matching planters, flowers, and potted evergreens. Install new highly visible building number. Install a clear directory outside. Remove the outdoor trash can, please. Replace the no parking street sign with no parking street striping. Critical main factors to face. Rising construction costs. The city secured a 48 million bond and has been paying a 2% interest for a replacement building. But inflation and recalculation caused the estimated price tag to climb past 55 million. And that amount doesn't include heat, hair, painting, flooring, furnishing, etc. Opposition from borrowing additional taxpayer money to cover the cost overruns. And local leaders and residents have debated multiple options, including shrinking the size of the proposed building to stay within the 48 million budget, renovating the current building, or relocation to another existing building. Conclusion: Florence debt is primarily driven by aggressive municipal bonding for infrastructure and recreational projects, state mandated fund repayment, and the financial challenges of maintaining aging public utility network. Key factors contributing to the city debt include: number one, massive bond obligation. The city holds over 95 million in municipal bonds, to include a 45 million bond for the new city hall, 13.5 million bond for a downtown parking debt, and nearly a 33 million bond for various public works like pickleball courts at Veterans Memorial Park. Number two, the city also had to repay over 2 million in accrued interest on unspent city hall bond funds. Number three, water and gas department deficits. The Florence Water and Gas Department accumulated approximately 74 million in debt to borrow from the state for infrastructure and operational costs. To avoid a takeover by state environmental agencies, the Florence City Council approved significant rate hikes to maintain aging water lines. So, to offset this obligation and keep basic services running, Florence currently imposes a 9.5 sale tax, which is the highest in North Alabama. What is the city going to do? Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else to my right?
How y'all doing today?
Hello, if you'll state your name and your address.
Yeah, my name is Sierra Pearson, and my address is I'm from Tuscumia, Alabama. But I work across the street from the Florence Police Department. I'm having problems with everybody having problems with the Florence Police Department coming over there, harassing people, pulling them over, following them, and I'm trying to find out what's going on. And like I said, I never had a ticket in 8 years since I've been here, but I got followed. Light, he blinded me, and I almost swerved. And he gave me a ticket. Stayed there. Officer Woods gave me a ticket, and then I found out so many others have problems with the Florence Police Department. So I work right across the street from there, and every night, sometimes they be sitting up on the hill just fishing out, see who they gonna pull over, and all that stuff. One night they was up there. I pointed up there at the hill. Then he gonna pull off and drive off, and I understand what's so hard. I try to get the people in charge, like my supervisors, to come over here. They don't want to come over here, and they mostly pull us over at night. They don't do it in daytime. And I'm just trying to find out what's going on. Why? Back to me, I was driving. I pulled out. The cop pulled me over before I even got out from the police department, and before I got down the hill to the cookout, he pulled me over already. He had me a license tomorrow. Then I pulled in the parking lot. He talking about improper lane change and everything going. All right, I gave him a ticket, not a ticket, but I gave him my ID and everything. So he walked off, and then his backup came up there. It was cool. We was talking, and then he came back and gave me my ticket. And I was saying, why a ticket for? I said, he said, in proper lane change. I said, that's more like, it's not even a ticket right there. It's just like a warning. And he said, you won't get a ticket. So, okay, it's cool. Then he took my ID, walked back off again. And then I was talking to the backup, and the backup, I told him he wanted to do something else, like get more of my information. And I told his backup, why can't he not just get it off my ID? Then he gonna walk up there, take and put my ID in there so I can get it, hold it hostage, basically like kill my ID. I'm saying, then he gonna get it like before I let me leave. Like I was telling him I'm diabetic. I mean feeling good and stuff. I didn't tell him that. I didn't tell my diabetic. I said I wasn't feeling good, and I wanted to go home. And he gave my ID and put it right there and get a notepad out tomorrow. You give me your name, your birth date, your like that. I'm saying, can you get it off my ID? He wouldn't give my ID back. He was holding it, and I'm sitting there saying, why he blinded me, got behind me, and gave me a ticket. And I went to the police department the next day, and I always seen this on the internet, that how they walk up on you and threaten you and scare you. I said, now I never seen that stuff. I never been in jail before in my life. I'm 51 years old, and I never seen that stuff on the internet. Then now I believe the internet, all the stuff to tell the cops do to you, walk up on you, intimidation, and talk to you like you're stupid. I said, I told Officer Lee, he works in the daytime, and his lieutenant's right there. I said, I seen him sit on the hill, seen him turn out behind me and get behind me, riding up on me. I don't got no tent back in my car. Cause it's like an SUV. It's kind of like an SUV, but they don't got a tent on there. He blinded me, and I'm trying to go and get some gas and go home. And I'm saying, I don't know what's going on. Then they gonna tell me somebody have be drinking or something. I'm sitting there looking at him. I said, I sit and told this man that I seen him. I'm military. I'm veteran. I'm sitting there and seeing him come off the hill behind me and get behind me. He gonna talk about people be drinking at night. What the heck? Somebody gonna be drinking and driving right in front of the police department like they stupid? Ain't nobody that stupid. But back to the story.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Okay, that's cool. Well, they talked to me like I was like they were trying to train a puppy or something, like I was stupid. And I'm a veteran, and I told the man that the man got behind me, and I seen him. But not only me, so many others, but they scared to come up here and talk to y'all. I'm not scared to talk to nobody because I had the right. I fought for this country, and I still had the right to talk to y'all about y'all police department. I ain't got no ticket in 8 years. Well, I don't know what I've been to Russellville, Huntsville, Muscle Shoals, and all that stuff. They couldn't give me a ticket, but some cop off the road sitting across the street from where I work at give me a ticket, and everybody thinks it's all right because all these people in charge of him. Also, Sergeant Barry, he said it was all right. He had the right to give me a ticket, and he wouldn't blind me and pull me over and gave me a ticket. I'm saying y'all wouldn't want to do that to y'all. I'm asking y'all why you let it do it to me, and I just want somebody to do something about it. Mayor, I want you to do something about it.
Your time is up.
All right, yeah, have a nice day now.
Thank you. Anyone else to my right? Okay. All right, at this time, we will have the council member reports. I missed them. I'm sorry, my bad. Too speedy. In the middle? Anybody want to speak? To my left. Okay. Now we will have council member reports with a 5-minute time limit, starting with Mr. Hendricks.
Well, I think my first congratulations is to Bob. So you can finally go home. But I would like to congratulate Mr. Williams on being appointed tonight, city clerk, and also Laura Morgan as city treasurer. Mayor, I'd like to thank you for bringing us those 2 resolutions. Paving has been, my wife told me when I got on the council, she said, you want to do something for me, pave my road. And she said, I'll see it every day when I go to the mailbox. And that's true citywide. So thank you for getting that ball moving. We've talked about it way too long. Also bringing the resolution for City Hall. It's time to move. So thank you for both of those. I'd like to remind everybody that this week is First Fridays for June. As far as I know, I don't think that the council is going to be there unless some of y'all are going to be, because several of us are out of town. If anyone does attend, please let me know because I have the equipment that we typically use, but would love to see a large crowd out on First Fridays. And I want to finish with a post that I made today on social media. Last meeting, I spoke about jobs and economic growth. And today my post was about growth in District 2 specifically, because there seems to be a lot of activity in District 2 that just makes me very, very proud as District 2's representative. I was driving behind someone on Court Street a couple of days ago. They had a Tennessee tag and they were just driving too slow. And it was just like, come on. And then I noticed they had their camera out the window and they were taking pictures as they were going down the road of our downtown district. So I very quickly wanted them to take all the time that they needed after that. But the pictures that I posted today was the UNH student housing that's going up. I couldn't do anything on the stadium because that's not in my district. That's someone else's district. The expansion of Brawley Stadium that we've got happening down there. The Wilson Hotel on Tennessee Street. West Village. And for an update on that, if you go by down there, they're getting ready to go with their vertical construction now. You'll see the block down there. They've connected some of the roads to the neighborhood. So progress is still being made down there. And then I posted some pictures that Bill Jordan shares with us of the campgrounds at McFarland Park, and they're moving right along, and that goes along with the completion of our pier that's down there, which is just absolutely beautiful. And from what I understand, and I didn't post anything about this, but Miss Bailey, I've been made aware that there's also a potential neighborhood making its way through the planning department and planning commission that would affect District 2 as well. So a lot of things going on in District 2. And as I've said many, many times, it's just a great time to be in office. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hendricks. Mr. Bowling?
Thank you, Ms. Simmons. Thank you, everyone, for being here and watching online. I will address the City Hall issue or subject, seeing how two people in my district were the only two that get up and speak about it. So I will address that. I just feel like we have looked at so many properties, crunched so many numbers. This is not something that we're just throwing on the shoulders of the mayor. There's been a lot of communication between the mayor and the council, wants and needs and thoughts and money crunching. It's just so much that have gone into it. We do not take this decision lightly, but at the end of the day, I think we all agree that this is the best foot forward for a city hall for Florence. And I just feel like, yes, there are a lot of properties, there are a lot of alternatives, but at the end of the day, when you start putting all the different aspects together, like a roof, you can't roof a house without underlayment. Some people do, but you can't do that. You can't roof a house without nails. Some people try to do it, but you can't do that. And I feel like if we're looking at different avenues, different properties, we're still going to end up spending the same amount of money somehow with renovations, all the different properties that we looked at. At the end of the day, I just feel like this is the best decision for us, and I think we all agree. Moving on to the next item, I would like to address, and Mr. Moore actually got to already hear this today at our Exchange Club meeting. I don't know if I was in the paper too. This was given to me at our meeting about the signs, the yard signs, the ordinance, all of that. I put a post out on Facebook, just, reminding everyone, we have an ordinance for signs, and they decided to put it in the paper, and there's a lot of discussion out there about it. I first and foremost wanted to say that I work for a small business. I understand small businesses, their struggles and the different marketing tools that they use. But the ordinance is the ordinance. We did not pass it as this council. We're just trying to, and as chairman of the building and planning committee, I feel like I work really close with Mr. Mason, and this is something that he wants to start enforcing. This is not taking your rights away by any means. It's just you have to follow the proper protocol. And that's if you want to put a sign out, it has to be out of the public right of way. If you have a business owner that will let you put it, and this is campaign signs, this is real estate signs, and this is if you want to put a sign out promoting your business, your small business, and you find another business owner that has land that they will give you to put a sign out, as long as it's not in the public right of way, by all means. But the corners of our intersections have become sign city, and that is against the ordinance. So we have to follow our ordinances. Our department heads are in charge of enforcing our ordinances. So we just want to make sure that the ordinances are put in place for a reason. We just want to make sure that we're following them. Yes, First Fridays is this Friday. It's going to be exciting. I guess we're not going to have a booth, but for those that are here, I'm sure that we'll all be walking around. Also, this weekend is the Lineman Rodeo for the electricity department. It's going to be you saw the power poles go up at McFarland. That's going to be happening. This is the Southeast Championship. We have several of our very own linemen that will be participating in. It's going to be an exciting time. They have a golf tournament on Thursday, a vendor event on Thursday night. Opening ceremonies are at 1:00 on Friday, and it'll be competitions on Friday and Saturday. I've never seen a lineman rodeo. I'm looking forward to being there. That's all I have, Ms. Simmons.
Thank you very much. Mr. Smith?
We want to thank everyone for attending tonight, and especially those who are watching. And a big congratulations to Ricky Williams on his appointment to the Florence City Clerk position, and also to Lori Morgan as our city treasurer. Also want to thank our employees and what they do each and every day for our city, and their commitment to our city. Again, I'll just piggyback off of what Josh said about the Tennessee Valley Lineman Rodeo, which is June 4th through the 6th at McFarland. We have 14 competitors competing in the 4 different divisions. And of course, we like to welcome competitors, families, and spectators. And we want to invite our city out to support our guys, our 14 men who are going to be, doing whatever they do. It's going to be exciting to see and just have the traffic here in our town, the people here in our town. Also, a big special thank you to Mary and Lou Pettis and the staff at the electricity department for all the behind the scenes things that they are doing to make this happen for our city. Also, let's remember Flag Day is June 14th. Let's proudly wave our flags and have them outside our homes, in our city, wherever. So thank you again for being here tonight, and have a good week.
Thank you. Ms. King?
I've already discussed a lot of the city hall that I was going to discuss tonight during the discussion time. And I want to say, first of all, thank you for everybody who is here tonight. Thank you, Dr. Moore, for your wonderful words and coming to take your time to speak with us. I really appreciate that. If you have questions about City Hall, please reach out to me, because there's a whole lot of discussion that has taken place. If you miss a city council meeting or a work session, you're not here, or you don't watch it, there's a lot of times you miss those discussions, especially the bond money discussion that we had, several months ago. That was some real important information. We were able to ask questions. So if there's anything you would like to discuss, please at any time feel free to reach out to me. Definitely remember June the 15th at Veterans Park at 5:30, the Elder Abuse Awareness event. That is going to be wonderful. If you have time this weekend, come out, check out the Lineman Rodeo. I think that's going to be a whole lot of fun for everyone. Definitely excited about getting a road paving project going. That is going to be absolutely wonderful. It is something I'm very excited about, because I know that's something that the city needs first and foremost. This summer, the animal shelter has a summer pet program. You can go by, you can take a dog out for the day. You can take a dog home for the night or for the weekend. Same with a cat. They have a lot of opportunities to get out and walk dogs. It's great. Take them to McDonald's, get a cheeseburger, get a pup cup. Just to spend the day with a companion or a weekend. Those animals would love that, and it would benefit you too to have that time with them and just see how the animal shelter operates and what wonderful animals are there. Again, thank you for everybody who came out tonight. My number is 256-956-9621. Feel free to reach out at any time. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. King. My comments, want to say thank you for everyone for being here, for sharing your thoughts and your concerns. District 1, I am gathering again all of the blighted properties within District 1. So if you see any, please give me a call, the address and pictures if you have him, so we can try our best to move forward since we're getting things structured and in place to get some of this cleaned up. Also, with all of our many storms, want to say thank you to our electricity department, to our street department, our first responders, just to everybody who assisted with that. We've had so many trees to fall, and they're just all in yards and all in houses and everything. So I'm getting a lot of calls in regards to that. So call and make sure that you report those. And if it's on the city right away, if it's city property, we can take care of those. If they're on personal property, I can tell you the process of that, because we would not be able to remove a tree that's from one property to another property. That becomes on a civil situation there. Also, the Florence PD has put out the reminder of the curfew. So I posted something today. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? So City of Florence, we have a curfew. It's been in place since 1991 for a long time. You can find it in section code 16-3 of the code ordinance. But and that is not a punishment. That has been safety for our children. So any kids 15, maybe 16 and under are not allowed to be out without parental supervision or with parents and adult after 10 p.m. So parents, and it's all of our duties to watch out for our children. And I say our children because kids are all ours when you see them out and in danger. So be sure to watch out for our youth and report anything that you see. So it's for their safety. Again, it is not punishment, it's for their safety. And as you would notice that Miss Dixon's seat is vacant tonight because her daughter just gave birth to a bouncing baby girl, and she is now another BB. That's what Miss Dixon calls herself. I said Granny, but she's a BB. So we want to say congratulations to you, Elisa. I know that you're watching. And I'm so glad to report that Mom and the baby are doing fine. That's all I have at this time. Oh, one other thing. With all of this, this rain has been coming, the grass has been super weed growing. So please, everybody, cut your grass, cut your grass, cut your grass. All right. If we don't have anything else to come before the council, again, congratulations on our new appointments, the city clerk and our city treasurer. And we're going to have a closing prayer. If everybody will stand, by Mayor Tyler.
Join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, Lord, we want to acknowledge and honor you in all we do. We're so thankful for you and who you are and what you've done for us. We're thankful for this great news for Elisa and her daughter. We're thankful for health for both mom and baby. Lord, I just ask that that mom is able to rest, baby is able to rest in these next few days, that they are both able to heal up and be ready to go home soon. Father, when we seek your hand, your guidance, and your direction, we ask that you close doors that need to be closed and that you open doors wide that we need to walk through. We do need your help. We thank you for all you've done for us. In your holy and most precious name we pray. Amen.